What's up, fellas? We're back. It is a little rainy. More like, what's it called? Mist? It's more like it. I mean, it rained a little bit, but more so misty. It's like 40 degrees, so not bad. Not bad at all. And today, fellas, I wanted to talk about something because, I was hanging out with my boy Adam. Hasn't made an appearance in the lore, in my lore, in a while, but he's back. Hung out for a little bit. And one of the things we were talking about, like, it briefly came up. He was talking about, like, whatever, his personal stuff or whatever. And it's like, we were talking about, women. Or, like, is there a realistic chance of one getting a girlfriend? For me, I feel like all hope is kind of lost. He's more optimistic. So, that's what this will be about. In 2026, if you're, average guy, like myself, I wouldn't say, like, I'm, like, super ugly, but I wouldn't say I'm, like, fucking mad attractive either. I'd say I'm, pretty average, like, normal looking dude. Is there a realistic chance of you just getting a girlfriend? And when I say getting a girlfriend, I more mean like true love. Just getting a girlfriend is actually the easy part. The hard part is maintaining a relationship and, like, actually having, like, a genuine connection. Like, that's much rarer to find. Girlfriends, any girl could be your girlfriend, really. Is it super easy? No, but it's not, like, impossible either. Like, even if you're, like, I guess, like, a 3 by the black pill standards, if you're not sub 3, you can get a girlfriend. Unless you're, like, neck beard level, you can get a girlfriend. But are you going to be able to have a long-lasting, healthy, committing, loving relationship? That, maybe not. Maybe not, because of the rampant materialism in the world. Makes things like that very, very unlikely. One of the things he's talking about this one girl he was talking to about, I'd give my whole family away for money. Or she said for, like, a few $1,000s. Like, what? That's, like, what this woman, like, actually unironically said, and they were having an argument about it and everything. That is, like, fucking insane. Like, holy, like, damn, dude. Come on, man. What the fuck? I want to give up my family for anything. I don't even, like, my family isn't even super, super awesome. Like, that's crazy, man. Like, human lives in general. Like, that's certainly something. Just for money, like, wow. The materialism is rampant. Which you guys might find ironic coming from, like, a pro-capitalist guy. But whatever. I don't know why I even said that. But yeah. It's interesting. How that works. So, back to the question at hand. With the rampant materialism of today, like I demonstrated, is it possible for one like myself, the average guy like you, the viewer, to get a girlfriend? Or not just a girlfriend, like find true love or whatever. Let me present to you why I think the answer is no. Like, for the average dude. Now, if you're like Chad, you can definitely get one. No doubts about that. It's even becoming harder, but, you know, you can get one, dude. It's definitely possible. For the average guy, though, I mean, I live in a small town, and I haven't even had a girlfriend, like, ever. Had none. I mean, it's a little complicated, but no, actual relationships, so. There's been, maybe one or two, I'm gonna call them experiments, but, you know, nothing, actually went anywhere, really, so. Tough luck. I'm gonna say no, and here's why. Reason one, like I brought up many times, the rampant materialism. Look, dude, if most girls, and not even just girls, like people in general, in 2026 are very materialistically, they only care about material things, so they're not gonna care about true love or whatever bullshit, which means you're not even gonna get it in the first place with someone like that, because they don't care, and it requires both parties committing. You know, that's reason number one. Now, why do I believe there is rampant materialism is a very complicated subject, which I think I'll cover in another video. But, put it simply, very materialistic world we live in. I feel like most people can agree that the world is pretty materialistic. The materialism of the world is honestly disgusting. Like that previous example which I gave you about that girl, you know, I'd sell my family for a few $1,000s. Fucking insane. Or, you know, even though I'm not really a socialist, I guess you could say the big corporations, right? Which, and the layoffs and all that stuff, which is valid. But that's corporatism, but that's a whole other thing. You know, that stuff really demonstrates the materialism in the world. It's very, very high. Reason number two is, put it simply, for an average dude, or for an average girl, because, you know, the average girl, even I guess you could say low-tier girl, a low-quality girl. By low quality, I don't mean, I mean ugly, but don't take it in a sexist way. I just, that's the term that black pillars just use. I'll just say ugly, because, you know, that sounds way less, ironically sounds less sexist. But, like I was saying, for an uglier girl even, you have so many options, and, you know, when you have so many options and you can only really choose one, what makes you special? I mean, look, I'm an average dude. I feel like I'm a pretty unique person. Even I have sometimes trouble, determining, well, I'm trying to date so-and-so, what makes me different? What makes me better than all the other average dudes? Because, let's face it, I'm not, particularly, super attractive. I'm not, a Giga Chad dude. I'm kind of just, an average guy. What sets you apart is the thing. If you're just, an average, really average dude without any quirks or niches, you're cooked. I mean, at least for me, I can do a little bit of what they call niche maxing. Because I got the whole, I guess, the alternative thing going on, right? The alternative emo skater, metalhead, blah, 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 all those types of terms that people use. That kind of niche. And that niche maxing does make me special. But you guys, at least in the eyes of women, I don't know, you guys might not think that's really particularly special. But in the eyes of girls, it does make you special. It makes you different from, literally every other guy. Well, not every other guy, but you get what I'm saying. It makes you distinct. You know. So, that's the thing. If you're an average dude, unless you're, have this... There's also the problem, if you're too niche, no girl's gonna like you. So, that whole tightrope makes things very difficult, because it's a very difficult balance that like very few people can actually achieve. And it sucks because like Chads don't even have to do all that, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know. Now reason number 3 is, well, I'm gonna come up with this on the fly because I didn't think I'd get this far in the video. But reason number 3 I think finding a girlfriend is improbable is because of, let's just say the temptations of women. Natural temptations. Men and women both have this, you know, just like the materialism thing. You know, because here's the thing. The girl, she has so many options, and she might, and even if she is committed to you, like a relationship, she might feel tempted to cheat on you just because it could be fun or whatever. Which, you know, the fact we live in a society where cheating is fun is a whole other discussion. That's fucking crazy, but that's besides the point. The temptation factor makes it much harder, even for girls who do actually like you. Temptation may be too hard to resist. Like, they'd have to use like genuine self-control, which most people don't have. I can't even say that I fully have self-control. Most people aren't very good with that stuff. Me, I feel like I'm pretty good at it. Like, when I make decisions, usually I mean them. So, you know, yeah. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know, I do make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, but I consider myself to be a pretty decisive person. It's an interesting word. But yes, women are not like that. They don't like choosing. They like sitting on the fence. I know this from the hundreds of drama which I've heard about girls, where most of the girls in the drama kind of just sit on the fence. Because that's what they do. Fence sit. Because that's, you know, they don't like choosing sides. They don't like committing. They don't like dedicating. Which is a wider problem with both men and women, but it's more common with women nowadays, I feel like. At least with Gen Z women. When it comes to other generations, I'm not really so sure, but when it comes to the Gen Z ones, that's what it's about. And reason number 4, lastly, status. What I've learned is that even though I'm not like a super ugly guy, I think my personality is at least distinct. Would I say I'm a likable person? Depends on the crowd. To normies, I'm probably unlikable and weird and awkward. To certain type of people, I could be interesting. What's it called? You know, I've got my own niche going on, right? And it's actually a niche that some girls do actually like. It's not like super niche. But here's the main thing for me, status. You need status. This is what I've found out. Because even though I'm not particularly unattractive, I have 0 status. No self-respecting girl is going to want to, you know, date me. Because, to put it simply, I'm in high school and I'm a fucking loser. Nobody wants to date a loser. Or at least what other people perceive as a loser. Now, the fact that other people matter so much in the whole equation, again, very sad part of our society, but that's kind of how it is. And if you're a normie guy, I mean, like, the average dude doesn't have, like, crazy status. Now, the status thing kind of wears off after, you know, high school, because there's a bunch of different social situations where status changes and stuff like that, but generally, your status is probably going to be either at the bottom or in the middle if you're an average dude. So, you know, it's hard to get girls like you, because girls like dating up. They like dating somebody who has a higher status than them. And hard to find a girl who wants to date who hard to find a girl who has a lower CS than you when you literally are at the fucking bottom. Like, not gonna happen, buddy. It's just not gonna happen. And now I'm running a little short on time. Also, I don't know how long my camera was blurry for. I didn't even notice because I was yapping. Sorry about that. But since we're running a little close on time, I think we're gonna end it off here. That's pretty much all I've got to say. I gave 4 reasons for you as the average guy to consider the next time you're in an experiment with a girl, you're experimenting with a girl, and you're like, well, am I distinct? Am I special? Am I, do I have status? Am I, can I provide material things, like the type of things you gotta consider, what was the other one I said?